Baik, kembali bersama kami dalam Selamat Pagi Malaysia. Terima kasih kerana terus setia menemani kami pagi ini. Dan seterusnya, segmen yang masih berkisahkan teknologi tapi kita menjangkau sedikit kepada alam pembuatan filem juga. Kita bersama dengan tetamu saya di studio membincangkan kerjasama Kementerian Luar Negeri dan IPTA di RTM dalam melaksanakan kursus Mtcp yang melibatkan 12 peserta dari dalam dan juga luar negara.
Ya, saya.
Kita bersama dengan Puan Nurhizan Maktub, iaitu koordinator program Mtcp. Terima kasih kerana bersama kami. And we've got two of the participants in the studio. We've got Fabian Daniela Fagiel. You're from the Seychelles Islands. And we have another islander with us from the Mauritius Islands. We have Irfaan Muhammad Bava Saib. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you.
First of all, how's the food? You guys love the food?
Yeah. Adapting.
Adapting. Well, you can't say no. At the end of 2 weeks, we're going to make you love it. Okey, Puan, mungkin kita boleh berikan sedikit pengenalan kepada apa yang dimaksudkan dengan program MTCP ini.
MTCP itu bermaksud Malaysian Technical Program, Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program ataupun program teknikal kerjasama teknikal Malaysia lah, KTM kalau dalam bahasa Melayu ni sebelum ni. Okey, program ni dah bermula sejak 1980 antara Malaysia untuk memberi peluang kepada negara-negara membangun untuk mengetahui tentang ilmu pembangunan manusia melalui program-program latihan dalam pelbagai bidang lah. Dan salah satu di IPTA kita memperkenalkan program penerbitan dan juga dari segi teknikal. Di IPTA kita telah mulakan dengan kerjasama dengan MTCP ini pada tahun 1984 lagi. Pada masa itu adalah EPU, tapi pada 2010 KLN, Kementerian Luar Negeri telah mengambil alih lah. Pada masa itu kami menawarkan 4 program. Program penerbitan TV dan radio dan juga program kejuruteraan TV dan radio.
Fabian, can I ask you, having been selected by our government to attend this program, what did you feel like when you first got the news?
I was super excited because I have some of my former colleagues attended some of the this program before, and they came back with so much more knowledge, and they were doing great things. And when I saw it advertised for us to apply to, I went like the first day. I just went like gave my name and started filling all the forms. So when I was accepted, I was like felt like really privileged.
And what did you have as far as expectations go coming to Malaysia?
I expected a good program because, as I said, my colleagues from Seychelles had been here before, and I expected to learn more about TV documentary, which I'm very interested in. When I also got here, I learned it was actually more challenging than I was expecting it to be. The classes were quite challenging, and we were learning modern way of doing documentaries. We were learning different ways, and we sat a lot at night trying to figure out how to, till 1 in the morning, how to get the right way to write the proposal, the script, and it was something fairly new for all of us.
So it's a rather holistic program, Irfaan, would you say, that covers everything from actual subject matter, script writing, to technical production? Does it cover all those areas for you?
Yeah, actually, my documentary is about the Portuguese settlement.
Nice.
So it consists of 2 parts. The first part is about the history of invasion of the Portuguese, and the second part shows how the culture of the Portuguese is still present now. So my classes were very important for me in terms of my logline, my story premise, and my scripts, because my story is about history and present. So it was quite challenging for me, I mean, to do it in 1 day, but I'm very thankful to my teachers who taught me how to use my time properly to do my documentary.
I hope they let you post it up on YouTube, because a lot of people should know about the Portuguese settlements and how things unfolded from a historical perspective here in Malaysia. Dari segi tenaga kerja untuk setiap satu kursus yang ditawarkan, siapakah yang terlibat sama?
Okey, kita melibatkan tenaga pengajar yang berkemahiran, memang itu syarat daripada Kementerian Luar Negeri. Perlukan kepakaran dalam Malaysia, kita melibatkan daripada pensyarah daripada universiti, kaki tangan RTM yang senior yang telah banyak pengalaman dan juga pernah mengajar di luar negara, dan juga kepada mereka yang involved dalam industri kreatif ini yang sama-sama, dan mereka juga adalah bekas daripada RTM juga, yang sama-sama memberikan ilmu kepada mereka ni.
So we're talking about who was involved in teaching you and you know what the background was they were coming from. So they've all been in production. How did you feel like learning from these people who obviously had a lot of knowledge behind them, a lot of years behind them, and you're coming into this rather new, rather fresh. Was it a little bit too much to take in?
It was actually great because they were giving so much, and it was more than we were expecting. It was like the standard was very high, and it was like, yes, you know, good. But they were very good also at delivering, and they were very good at delivering in a way that it was student friendly. There was a lot of humor, there was a lot of connection, a lot of communication going on, and we understood each other. We could ask questions when we did not understand, and we tried and attempted it different ways, and we all had these freestyle photographs at the end, so you could see how the class went. You know, like we were like super.
Right. Yeah. So you can't end a class without freestyle photo in there. No. So Irfan, tell us about what you're going to be doing after this, right? So you've already got that documentary out, and you did that in one day.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine what you're going to be able to accomplish given a week.
Yeah, actually, I work for the Prime Minister's office in my country. There, I am an audio-visual producer. So me and my department are responsible for the audio and visual recordings for the Prime Minister. So we also occasionally do videos for states visit, but this is my first time as a TV documentary director, producer. It was very challenging. But when I go back to my country, we will create a full-fledged video unit where we will be making documentaries about my country, about Mauritius. So this time spent here is very fruitful for me, and I will use this experience to help my colleagues in creating this video unit.
Puan Rizan, mungkin kita bincangkan sedikit tentang kelestarian dan kesinambungan program ini. Adakah ia akan terus diteruskan? Adakah kita akan pelawa lebih ramai daripada luar negara untuk datang dan belajar pengalaman daripada tenaga kerja di Malaysia?
Ya, sejak mula daripada 1984, memang setiap tahun ITAR memang involved dalam Mtcp sehingga tahun 2014. Mungkin diberhentikan untuk bagi peluang kepada kementerian lain, sebab sebelum ini kita ada 4 kursus, tapi pada 2019 kita dapat peluang ini dan kita ditawarkan untuk satu kursus iaitu TV Documentary Production. Dan kita berharap program ini akan berlanjutan sebab dia memang memberi manfaat, sebab sebelum ini kita menerima 60 permohonan daripada peserta luar negara sama ada melalui KLN ataupun direct kepada IFTAR, tapi hanya 10 saja daripada mereka yang bernasib baiklah, yang bertuah untuk kami terima dan memenuhi keperluan. Dan kita tambah 2 lagi peserta dari Malaysia, iaitu dari RTM, untuk mengambil kesempatan bersama-sama mereka supaya mereka dapat membuahkan jalinan, supaya mereka dapat bertukar-tukar fikiran. Sebab idea mereka berbeza dengan idea kita. Kita pandangan berbeza, mereka pandangan berbeza, dan mereka boleh memperbagaikan. Dari situ baru mereka nampak kan, rupanya untuk membuat dokumentari itu luas, pelbagai.
So Irfan's told us a bit about his project. What were you working on, Fabian?
I was working on the Baba Nyonya Museum. So that was quite interesting because I do love culture, and it was interesting to know of a group of people that actually keeps this so much alive. And what I learned most interestingly was, even if it was a bit difficult to do the documentary because I had a museum and I had to come up with story, I will make a documentary work. It was very, very challenging. But I met people that kept the spirit alive in their hearts. The tradition was like the spirit they kept on. So this is what I tried to do in my documentary. It was the work they do for their shoes and their clothes. It's quite exquisite. It's quite beautiful. So I have Chinese blood from my descent. So about my ancestors, so it was good to know about this also. It was also experience for me.
I've heard this before, but I'm not sure in your research did you come across this. It is said that the Baba Nyonya culture are in essence more Chinese than Chinese.
Yes, they said that when I was talking to them, they keep the traditions, they keep the festivals, and they're more Chinese than Chinese.
That's interesting. You're going to take that home with you. Irfan, talk to us about the network that you have built while you visit Malaysia, and people like Fabian, people like Puan Norizan from RTM. Talk about the people that you've met here and how you're going to take them with you when you go back.
Actually, I met the team, our participants from different countries. It was a nice experiment for me to meet people from Seychelles, from Uzbekistan, from Azerbaijan, and people from Malaysia. So, and also when I went to Malacca, it was different. I mean, I can see the difference between Kuala Lumpur and the Portuguese settlement. They are Malaysians, but they have this strong culture of Portuguese. In my documentary, at the end of my documentary, we can see small children performing folk dance, Portuguese folk dance. So despite being born in Malaysia, they still love the Portuguese culture.
Which is so European, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's quite unique to have that here in Malaysia, ingrained into the fabric of society.
Yeah.
Seterusnya, apabila kita melangkah ke hadapan, adakah kita akan terus meningkatkan dari segi tenaga kepakaran? Adakah mungkin kita ke pelawa tenaga pakar dari luar untuk bantu menjayakan program-program ini?
Okey, syarat yang diberikan oleh Kementerian Luar Negeri adalah memerlukan kepakaran dari Malaysia sendiri. Sebab itu kita bawa kepakaran pakar-pakar dari Malaysia lah. Kita akan cuba setiap tahun untuk memperkenalkan tenaga pengajar yang baru lah, tapi yang penuh dengan pengalaman.
Dari segi kursusnya, silibus kursusnya bagaimana ia diatur?
Silibus kursusnya kita tengok sebab kita fokus kali ini TV documentary production. So kita akan berkongsi ilmu dengan mereka. Apa itu documentary sebenarnya? Kalau mereka selama ini tahu satu ada dua, sebenarnya documentary pembuatan documentary itu pelbagai. So mereka boleh gunakan apa sahaja format yang mereka guna asalkan tidak lari daripada apa yang tunggaknya. Okey, mereka juga diajar bagaimana untuk membuat skrip, apa yang penting dalam skrip untuk menjadikan dia sebuah dokumentari yang baik.
Dan apakah sebenarnya tujuan ataupun objektif di sebalik penganjuran Mtcp ini?
Okey, tujuan utamanya kita nak supaya kita dapat manfaat kedua-dua belah pihak. Kita dapat ilmu dari mereka, mereka juga dapat ilmu daripada kita. Itu yang penting. Dan kemudian kita dapat menjalinkan ukhuwah antara negara-negara luar, dan ini mencapai matlamat Kementerian Luar Negeri sendiri, dan akhirnya akan memberikan impak dari segi ekonomi kepada kita secara tidak langsung. Contohnya seperti Irfan, dia beritahulah, dia kata dia sedang bertunang, tahun depan akan kahwin, wedding. You're married, getting married next year.
Yeah.
Yes. Dan dia akan datang semula ke Malaysia untuk honeymoon.
Wow.
Dia paling banyak shopping di Malaysia.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you definitely like the food. You're bringing your wife over here. That's a good thing. Talk to us about your future plans after this, Fabian.
Because I did learn a different way to do documentary, or different ways to do documentary compared to what I usually do. So I'm going to really try and do that when I go back to my country. I'm not sure the audience, the Seychelles audience, is ready for that kind of documentary.
Wow.
When you have so much images and less words. We learned a lot about a lot of images, how they speak in less words, and that was really challenging. I like to write, so it was really hard not to write so much and to actually tell images with story with images. So when I go back, I intend to share it with my colleagues, and I intend to attempt to do great documentaries.
I wonder if your work is going to be available for us to view, the public. Is it going to be online? Kerja-kerja khusus yang telah pun mereka lakukan?
Tidak ada dah online, semuanya kelas. Kita ada kelas, kemudian mereka keluar, kita bawa ke Melaka untuk praktikal mereka. Itu wajib. Mereka akan menerbitkan sebuah dokumentari berdurasi 15 minit yang footage-nya kita bagi hanya 1 jam. Masa syutingnya adalah dari 9 pagi hingga 10 malam. So kita nak tengok macam mana mereka menggunakan 1 jam itu untuk 15 minit. Sebab kita selalu pesan ambil yang bagus sahaja, dan bermakna mereka kena betul-betul fokus dan mesti ada plan. Planning is very important dalam documentary. Yes.
Baik, terima kasih kita ucapkan kepada Puan Nurhizan kerana sudi bersama kami. Thank you for joining us here on Selamat Pagi Malaysia, and I hope you've enjoyed your stay in Malaysia so far. I hope you take home this part of your visit as a great memory, and we look forward to you coming back, Irfan.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.